Hello everyone and welcome to my very first video blog. Today I want to talk about music and its history. But first of all, I'd like to introduce myself. So, my name is Laziza and I'm 17 years old. Starting from this year, I'm a freshman at Yogi Technical Institute in Tashkent and my faculty is English Education. My goal is to become a qualified English teacher and to know as many foreign languages as possible. Even though I have a lot of hobbies, my favorite one is music. Since I had shown a lot of interest in music from early age, my parents registered me to music school. 3 years ago, I finished it. My class was piano, though I myself prefer singing. Now, I think you guessed why I chose this topic for my today's video. Now, going back to our subject. As you know, this topic is very vast, therefore I decided to divide it into 4 main phases. First, I'd like to talk about ancient period. Thanks to the discoveries of archaeologists, we now know that the first musical instruments were made of bones, skin, horns, and skulls of animals. You may think that the first musical instrument was drum, but in fact it was a flute made of swan's wings bone, and it is 35,000 years old. Then came the medieval period. It is important to note that the key events of this phase were the beginning of note recording in the 9th century and the start of note printing in 1501. Also, the opening of the very first conservatory in 1537 can be marked as a crucial step for the development of music. During this period, such musical instruments as piano and organ were invented, and composing was progressing intensively. The next period I'd like to cover is short in terms of time, especially compared to the previous ones. However, at the same time, it is the richest one in terms of styles variety, and it took place at the end of 19th and 20th century. The main features of this period are experiment and improvisation, and this is the result of technological progress, thanks to which electronic technologies and electronic music have emerged. All music directions of that period underwent some major changes, and we will look at them, taking popular music as an example. The pop music of this period is unique for its diversity. Such music styles as blues, jazz, rock and roll, rock, rhythm and blues, country, soul, dance music, and hip hop were originated. Now, I'd like to briefly introduce some of them to you. Firstly, I want to mention jazz, which was established among African American population as a result of spontaneous fusion of blues and classical music. It first appeared in 1910s in the USA and then was quickly spread among many other countries of the world. One of the most famous musicians of jazz was Armstrong, and not the one you might have thought about, but Louis Armstrong. According to statistics, the time of flourishing of jazz came in 1920s, 1940s. Next, I want to talk about rock and roll, which is a mixture of rhythm and blues and country, and was originated in early 1950s in the United States of America. Its traits are clear rhythm and fast pace. The musical instruments that are commonly used in rock and roll are electric guitar, the contrabass, the percussions, piano, and saxophone. The king of rock and roll, even now, is considered to be Elvis Presley. Finally, hip-hop genre was established in early 1950s in poor districts of Bronx, New York, the United States. Hip-hop is mostly accompanied by synthesizer, rapping, and DJ mixture. Hip-hop is not only a style of music, but also a subculture. So we can come to a conclusion that almost all music genres of 20th century come from the United States of America. Now we can proceed to music of our days, modern music. Nowadays, musicians and singers have a wide variety of styles of music and are free to choose whichever they like. It can be classical, folk music, church music, popular music, or K-pop. Starting from early 10th years of 21st century, K-pop became widespread all around the world. K-pop is a term used to describe Korean popular music which was created by mixing American musical styles such as rap, rock, and techno with Korean ones. The first idol group is considered to be a boys band named HOT, which was active from 1996 to 2001 and then was gathered again in 2018. According to statistics, today approximately 60 idol groups per year are being established. Some of the most famous idol groups are thought to be BTS, Blackpink, Stray Kids, and others. To conclude, there is a wide variety of music for people of all tastes and preferences, and it will grow even more since there is always a high demand for music. Today, I covered only a tip of an iceberg called music, and I hope I was of any help to you. Goodbye and have a nice day.
좋아해서 미안 좋아해서 미안해 맘에 들어 미안 좋아한 게 죄가 된다면 많이 좋아해서 미안